All right, looks like things finally going to be underway. Now, I would be freaked out if things did start on time, as, you know, about 14 years in Counter-Strike almost, and I don't remember a single match ever being on time, so that's perfectly acceptable. Guys, you are now joining here with whisenhunt.tv. I'm going to be solo casting tonight. Corey Dunn could not make it for the cast. However, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. This will be the first match of the week. Hoping to do this every week. Just picking out one that hopefully ESEA is not doing so we don't overlap with them. But this one is going to be Team Dynamic versus Team High Rollers Gaming. Both rosters very well known. There are a couple players in here that you may not be too familiar with. That includes Naf and Glocketeer, just depending on how long you've been around and what you've been into over the years. But just about everybody from both sides of the spectrum will recognize the players over here for Team Dynamic. AZK, Nothing, Volcano, Adrenaline, Swag, all household names at this point. Jordan Gilbert, Nothing, already able to push his way off Catwalk, taking down one there, but Summit quickly trading, already a 3 versus 4, Adrin down to just 42 HP here. Bomb will be planted. Looks like they're going to lose one of their defenders. The bomb here, back of mid. Bomb currently planted here by Wade inside of the A-bomb site. 3 versus 3. Adrin and Swag going to be working their way up Catwalk with the long flank. Wade going to be stuck in a really rough spot here. And he will be taken down by Swag. Glocketeer going to be left up on ramp, but will be taken down. That'll make the score here 1-0 in favor of Team Dynamic. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is for the North American ESEA League, Esports Entertainment Association. If you guys are interested in finding out more information about that, if you're watching this from YouTube, most of the guys out here on the stream know what it is, but if you're watching this from YouTube, please do check out ESEA.net. Great service, a lot of pugs. $6 a month will get you a whole bunch of pugs, cheat-free and auto-balancing, and for another league fee you can play in some of the open leagues and try to work your way up to play against teams such as these. But of course this will be an eco round here for Team High Rollers Gaming. And it looks like they're going to try to commit towards long this time around. Team Dynamic making the right call, pushing 3 directly right at the beginning of the round towards long A. That should be a very easy defense for them, but they've got to be careful with how random the Glock has been since a couple updates ago. They have made some balance changes, but it hasn't affected the Glock all too much here. Summit able to take down Jordan Gilbert here. AZK falls as well. Last man standing. 24 HP remaining and plenty of time. All he can really do at this point is just hope to get some more guns down. Some of you guys out there may know Summit from his Warzy, I think, is the name of the game that he's constantly playing. I really don't know how he stays so good at Counter-Strike. I don't even know if he plays the game anymore. A little bit of backstory about both these teams. Currently, Team Dynamic 11-3 in the ESEA Invite League. And over here at HRG, just 7-7, struggling to stay even here. All right, not causing too much economic damage here to Team Dynamic, but still very early on. As you do see, Swag and AZK are down to just 150 bucks there. It's due to the drops from last round that were caused because of last round's frags there by Summit. Which, once again, every little bit counts, and this will be a buy round here for Team HRG. Wade onto AZK here, and trying to find another one. He will take down Adrin inside of the B-bomb site. A lot of trades happening here, down to a 2 versus 3. Volcano left by himself inside of B will take down Glocketeer. One more coming in tunnels, and he will connect. That's a 2K for him so far. And I'm sorry, a 3K in a really rough spot. Warden with the trade, and now down to a 1 versus 1. Talk about a matchup for the ages. Warden versus Nothing. 2 of America's absolute superstars from all over the years. Stuck in this 1 versus 1, and 52 seconds left here in the round. Bomb is in the hands of Warden here. He does have 58 HP remaining. That nade will not connect. And Nothing working his way back towards mid. Warden just going to hang out here. He wants to find out if that's going to be a push from Nothing. Pushing back into the side here. Warden watching all the right angles. He's made all the right moves so far. Watching door. He's got a pretty good idea that Nothing is not going to be anywhere in direct threat areas because of how long it took, and he will come up from the side, and Jordan Gilbert with the 90-degree frag. Oh, man, that is rough. I don't know how many times that has happened to the best of us over the years, going for that frag, you know you got it, and then just, man, not going to be able to connect there. And that will make the score here 3-0, and that was really big here for High Rollers Gaming as they did fully commit to that round. However, if you look, Team Dynamic's not doing so hot either. I mean, as far as the economy goes here, so this is still a really pivotal moment here in this matchup for both teams. And HRG going to be pushing in the long. Swag taking down the first, looking for the second here. And, of course, does have support. AZK onto another. And, man, just that last round's got to be so rough for Warden there as Summit falls as well. Wayne going to be the last man standing here on the save. That's just got to be so rough. I almost wish I would have watched that frag there from nothing, from his perspective. Because, I mean, from Warden, it might look like it just didn't connect, but from nothing, I wonder how quickly he actually reacted to that. Couldn't really tell. But regardless, score now 4-0. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Currently on top is Swag here for Team Dynamic. Or I'm sorry, Volcano, 6-1. A new score system messing with me here. And Adren going to be going for the pick. Now, Adren, for those of you not familiar, an incredible offer. I mean, my God, we saw some incredible performances from him in ESEA lands, many ESEA lands. Just a complete force of nature. I mean, he is dangerous. It is scary at any angle to face against that guy. And it's a 4-on-5 now as Wade will fall to Adren over here towards a mid pick. Looks like they want to commit towards A this round. Glocketeer is going to make sure that that's the right call. Going to be trying to pick up a flank here as Dynamic will spot one here. AZK taking down the first. Warden will fall. Already down to a 2-on-5. And that's just a quick cleanup here. I really don't see much that can happen here out of NAF. Firing away, not connecting. And being sandwiched from both directions. This would be incredible if he could make something out of this, but he will be taken down by a nade from Jordan. Nothing Gilbert there. 5-0 is now your score. I mean, you know, looking at the actual predictions page on the ESEA website, there weren't many coming in this matchup. I was actually really excited for this one because I'm familiar with Wade, I'm familiar with Summit, I'm familiar with NAF, Warden, and I've seen Glocketeer play. I mean, obviously, once again, we all know who Team Dynamic is, but I was really looking forward to a great matchup here. A lot of the guys were looking for it to be a complete blowout. I saw 16 5s. I think the best prediction I saw here for HRG was a 16-10. I mean, definitely not going against, and not trying to say that they're not great players or anything, but I mean, Dynamic's just so scary, man. I mean, just out of raw individual talent and their ability to just mechanically execute, and Summit trying to go for this trade, but man, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Volcano will have the opportunity to back away there with just barely any HP remaining. And Summit didn't take quite as much damage there, down to 58 HP. And it looks like they're just going to try to split it all over the map here. They want to find the best route that they possibly can, the bomb site, of course, but they've got to figure out what they're doing in mid. It's going to be a really pivotal piece of information to have to make a decision on which bomb site they go to. And it looks like things are kind of falling apart here for HRG, as NAF will be the last man standing here. And will be taken down here in lower B. And what I was talking about there is they were able to push Volcano out of mid. He was peeking on the right-hand side, or I'm sorry, left-hand side over towards B, and was forced back. Now, knowing which direction he went could really help sway the decision concerning the strategy of HRG. However, it was not the case. They really didn't seem to care where he went. We're just going to try to work their way and kind of just lone man their way into B. Not seeing a lot of coordinated real attacks here from HRG as of yet, but it's still early on, and it looks like yet another long rush as Nothing tries to do the flash over the back of his head, but Swag hopefully be able to pick up a couple here. Spots one, gonna let him run by, looking for the second. There it is. Connecting on only one here, and it's a 2-on-3 suddenly. Wade stuck here inside of Pitt, his teammate inside of A. They've got pretty good position, but they've got to get a frag here. Glocketeer finally taking down AZK. That was a little crazy. Wade going to be last man here in a 1 versus 2 with just 43 HP remaining. And I'm not exactly sure. Where is Bomb down? Oh, he does have Bomb in hand here. He's down in the bottom of Pit. He's got plenty of time to work with. 43 HP and AK and just under a minute remaining is plenty of time to make something happen here. But he's got to be careful with these angles, especially here in mid. Volcano only spotting with an M4, but does give 0 fucks. We'll take him down. 7-0 now, already looking like the blowout predictions that we saw on the ESEA page coming up into this matchup. Just want to reiterate for those watching it from YouTube and on the stream that this is a first match of the week here on my channel. There will be multiple, hopefully here weekly. We will be casting, I say we, I think we I'll be solo casting if Corey can't be joining, as he was not able to tonight. And this is just a quick save round here. Kind of a partial buy. I see a Deagle here, which is a little curious. You don't see a lot of Deagles these days. Especially after those last couple nerfs. Even after the fix, it's still not, it's kind of an underwhelming weapon. Warden has pushed his way out of middle and picking up an AWP, but Volcano directly behind him, quickly making very quick work, rather, of him. And the rounds keep falling in favor of Team Dynamic. Let's take another quick look at the scoreboard here. On top, actually, I think he's been on top since pistol round. Volcano, 11-2. Right below him is Swag, 6-2. AZK, 9-6. Nothing, 8-3. Adrin, 6-3. And as you can see over here in HRG, things not going so hot. The economy is definitely starting to stack in the favor of Team Dynamic. Nothing picking up the op. Glocketeer able to take him down. Adrin spotting one here in middle. Now, this is one of the major problems that I'm seeing from HRG right now, is they're overcommitting. Once they get that pick, they get so confident, and they start pushing in on a very frag-hungry team, which is Team Dynamic. And it's just not something you want to do. You got to get that frag and get out and use that to your advantage. But that doesn't seem to be their game plan here. They must not practice that way. We'll see. 3 on 5 now, really working in favor of HRG. Just as I'm dogging on their strategy of following picks too much. 2 on 3 now. Adrin gonna miss, something we're not too used to here. Volcano, last man standing. And of course, does have a kit. Doesn't have much to lose here. I mean, sitting just under $12,000 at an 8-0 lead here on DE Does 2 on the counter-terrorist side, nonetheless. All right, there's the molly going to the bomb site. Just 19 HP remaining. Still no reason to not go for this, and the nade will finish the round off there from Wade. And finally, a round on the board here for HRG. Now, I'm actually interested to see. I mean, what we've seen a couple times here from HRG, we've seen them pull... Whoa, where's my mouse? I lost my mouse, guys. I want it back. All right, whatever. I don't need my mouse. I don't need to draw on nothing. And they're splitting all over the map again. Now, I want to go back to what I was talking about earlier as far as the way they've been following picks. It's okay to follow picks against a solid, individually skilled team like Team Dynamic, but you need to follow them as a team, because what happens is you get traded way too quickly. You need to be ready to counter trade. If you're going to follow a pick out and you die, and there's not a teammate in a good position, you have just evened it back up. And to be completely honest, you want to trade 1 for 1. I mean, that is completely acceptable. On the terrorist side. Now, on the CT side, it's much harder to trade 1 for 1 and actually have a great round. You have to split your forces out much more. Obviously, you're forced to. You have to watch both bomb sites. But looks like this will be an A commit. AZK taking down Summit, looking for the next one. He's got a pretty good idea of where he is. Just going to hold this one out. And Jordan just barely missing him there. Just 2 men standing here. Wow! Glocketeer taking down Swag. Great recovery. Looks like Wade cracking up about that one. 9-1 now is your score. I already see some comments in chat. Looks like 47 here saying Summit just wants to go back to War Z. Take a look back into the eyes of HRG here as they rush into the B bomb site. It's like 4 men total. I believe they do have one over here picking mid, still watching for the rotates, but a couple quick entry kills there from Volcano. Wow, and Team Dynamic already pushing in the bomb site. Wade does fall here. Team Dynamic really gaining a lot of confidence here. Obviously a huge bank. They really don't have much to worry about. They can drop pretty much consistently for the rest of this, as long as AZK doesn't lose this weapon and Swag at least gets a couple frags this round. They're going to be completely fine for the rest of this matchup if they do lose a round or two. But, of course, High Rollers Gaming would love to see a 10-5. To be honest, I would rather see a 9-6 in favor of HRG to stand a chance in this matchup, because I know how frag-hungry Team Dynamic is. All individually skilled fraggers. I mean, that at its core, Team Dynamic is just scary if you just look at the average damage per round and kill statistics. But AZK takes down one nice quick scope. But they're going to be a dangerous T-sided team. Volcano pushing in and takes down 2, and it's exactly what I'm talking about. When you have a team that each player is capable of doing something like that at any given time, and there's another one. Great shot to take down Wade. And 11-1 is now your score. Things looking very, very grim here for HRG. Wade even making a comment here. Jesus, Volcano in game. Taking another look here at the scoreboard, you can see that our friend Salgarazzo, Volcano, has yet to lose his touch here in Counter-Strike, on top at 18-5. The guy has been around Counter-Strike longer than a lot of you have probably been alive. Glocketeer, Deagle in hand, taking down Volcano. What the hell was that? I didn't even know that was possible with the Deagle of today. My God. Okay, back into it. 2 versus 4. And this is a kind of, looks like a force from HRG, actually. Naf in a really rough spot here. I mean, he would love to try to save this weapon. He would love to win it even more, but I just don't see it happening. Swag taking him down and reaching the end of the first half here. 12-1. This is a lot more of a blowout than I expected. I mean, I obviously expected Team Dynamic to win, but I obviously want to see a good match, and I love to see old names that I've seen around for so long succeed and at least do well against current top players such as Warden, of course, and Wade, who has been around forever. If you're not familiar with him, do check out his profile on ESEA. Really nice guy, kind of goofy. Drin pushing his way up lower B here. Oh! And he is so lucky that Volcano was there ready to trade that frag, because that could have been a nightmare for him. And nothing. Disregarding common sense and pushing directly into pit, because he doesn't ever afraid, ladies and gentlemen. He will be taken down by Summit, and that will be 13-1. HRG, I would say, would love to win this round, but I don't know how much it's going to matter at this point, to be completely honest. This is embarrassing. Actually, you know, I'm sorry, that's not embarrassing, because what's happening here is HRG does not seem to have much practice. They're all solid players. We know that they can hit the shots, but they're coming up against a team who just plays well together. To be honest, I don't even know how much Team Dynamic's been practicing. I know that they play quite a bit individually, but as a team, I'm honestly not sure. They're relying a lot on their chemistry to kind of push pit, be ready to trade those frags, a lot of great communication, and Swag pushing straight in to take down Glocketeer. And looking for it, and woo! Okay, that didn't make any sense. Naf taking down a Dren, Summit onto Swag, AZK trading onto Warden, 3 versus 3. AZK barely, he's just bleeding out here, 9 HP remaining, and he is able to assist, however, with just that 9 HP. His HP does not affect his bullet's effectiveness. Last man standing, Jordan Gilbert. He is the one and only. You like my voice? Pretty good. And Wade will take him down. Now, that, I would say, was an incredibly important round, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Is that going to win it? With that one extra round? Wait, we've seen crazier. We have seen NIP Gaming do crazier things to this in CSGO. I think I just drew a parallel between NIP and HRG. I think I did. But anyway, while we're waiting for Warden to ready up here, I want to thank you guys so much for joining in today. I realized that there was kind of a short notice on this match of the week, and this is my first one in quite some time. I'm looking forward to doing it more often, and we'll be doing as many of these matches as I possibly can, from open to invite, and even had some ideas on doing some ESEA pugs. I think it'd be kind of fun to have Corey and I sometime, if he's available, to jump in and just cast some ESEA plugs with you guys, because that's always a lot of fun. Dat Comparison says Sunset here in chat. And, but yeah, of course, if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jimmy. Follow me on Twitter. That's all that matters. This will be uploaded, if you missed the beginning portion of this, to YouTube, and my YouTube is down below. So you can, of course, find that there. Still waiting for Warden to ready up here. Probably shaking out of that sweat that he's in right now from all that pressure, man. He's got a lot to think about here. 13-2. They are at a 11 freaking round deficit coming into the second half. That is a really, really, really big deal. Not going to be easy. However, you know, I've seen, depending on the playstyle, this can be a really T-sided map, but I don't see HRG having the oomph to pull it through. I mean, that's going to be really, really rough. And people are already asking me about my shameless PlanetSide 2 plugs. Yes, they're all over the place. That is the TR Max behind me. And down below me here, you do see the PS2 plugs on the layover. Layout? Layout. Overlay layout is a layover. Yeah, okay. I filled enough time back into the action here. And I will reiterate, if you're just now joining, 13-2 is your score in favor of Team Dynamic. Just a crazy first half from Volcano. We saw the aimbots in the fingers of old style Garazo. Insane. Insane. So let's take a look at how things are going to play out as AZK. I think I already see what's going to happen here. AZK going to try to distract mid as much as he... How the hell did he kill Glocketeer? That doesn't even make sense. Regardless, still doing damage to Ward, and this will be a mid-B split with only AZK as lone man. Lone wolfing it up, taking down Wade. I am not leaving this perspective just yet as he takes down yet another. Going for the next one, and my God, what a crazy pistol round 4K from AZK. 14-2, already almost match point. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Dynamic destroying High Rollers Gaming right now. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. I mean, I normally wouldn't say that because of the state that the Glock is in right now. It is a little crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't understand a couple of those frags. The reaction to CT spawn was just superb. And into the action, looks like they are working up long. Wade trying to just find a way out of this. He's having a terrible nightmare and just wants to wake up. He will fall. And Summit hiding inside, ready to go play War Z. Glocketeer will fall as well. Warden and Nap. I don't know what they're doing. He's crabbing it up inside of the A-bomb site here. All right, Warden. Can you do something about it? Make something happen. 15-2. Ladies and gentlemen, is now your score reaching the end of this match. And I'm saying that. Usually I'm like, no, High Rollers Gaming can pull themselves out of this. I have every bit of faith in them. But I'm actually a little curious right now to see if they can even get another round on here. AZK, currently 6-0, picking up 2 frags here in this last round. And of course, you will see HRG buying whatever the hell they can, and Warden will already fall here. I'm actually just going to jump it over here to Auto Director and see where it takes us. Is Wade pushing his way up Cat. Will spot one, but will fall. HRG desperately trying to make something of this. I mean, they are wrapping into Cat while being pressured from mid and from long. Naf gonna be the last man standing here. This looks like a GG's already being called out, and down mid will be taken down. That will be the game. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot shorter cast than I thought it was going to be, but regardless, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. This has been the first match of the week return here from myself. I hope the solo casting wasn't terrible, as Corey Dunn could not make it tonight, and I didn't have another caster. And that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, check me out on Twitter if you're watching this from YouTube. If you're not watching this from YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, because that's awesome, and I love you for it. And we'll see you guys here in just a little bit for some CSGO pugs or something. We'll find something to do. I'm out. See you guys.